Look at the ocean. Now, imagine it's suddenly gone. Every drop of seawater on Earth disappears at the exact same moment. Ships crash onto the ocean floor, millions of sea creatures are left exposed, and for 5 terrifying seconds, the entire planet looks completely different. But here's the strangest part. When those 5 seconds end, the ocean comes back, and that's when things get really dangerous.
So where would all that water go? For this thought experiment, imagine the water simply vanishes from Earth instead of moving somewhere else. The result would be almost impossible to recognize. The ocean floor, normally hidden beneath kilometers of water, would suddenly be exposed. Massive underwater mountains, deep trenches, and enormous valleys would appear for the first time. But there would be no time to explore them, because the ocean isn't just a giant pool of water. It is one of the systems that keeps our planet alive. First victims would be the creatures that depend on the ocean every second of their lives. Whales, dolphins, sharks, fish, and countless microscopic organisms would suddenly find themselves in a world they were never built to survive in. Coral reefs would be exposed to the air. Deep-sea creatures would face crushing changes in pressure and temperature, and an ecosystem that took millions of years to develop would suddenly be hanging on by a thread. But remember, this nightmare lasts only 5 seconds. So what happens when billions of tons of seawater suddenly return? Then the 5 seconds are over, and the ocean returns. But it wouldn't simply drop back into place like water filling a bathtub. Billions of tons of seawater would rush across the exposed ocean floor at incredible speed. Massive waves would collide with ships, coastlines, and everything standing in their path. Underwater valleys would disappear beneath the water again in seconds. The world would go from an empty ocean basin back to a blue planet almost instantly. And yet, this still wouldn't be the biggest problem. The biggest problem would be what happens to Earth's climate. The oceans absorb and store enormous amounts of heat from the sun, then slowly move that heat around the planet through massive currents. Without the oceans, that heat distribution system would suddenly disappear. Temperatures across different regions could change dramatically. Weather patterns would become chaotic, and the atmosphere would lose one of Earth's most important climate regulators. And there's something even more surprising. The ocean also helps produce much of the oxygen we breathe.
So would humanity survive? Surprisingly, if the ocean truly vanished for only 5 seconds and then returned, humans on land would probably survive the event itself. We wouldn't suddenly run out of oxygen, and Earth wouldn't instantly freeze or overheat. The real danger would come from the physical chaos caused by the ocean disappearing and returning. Ships could be destroyed, coastal areas could face enormous waves, and marine ecosystems could suffer catastrophic damage. 5 seconds sounds incredibly short, but on a planet covered by oceans, 5 seconds could be enough to change everything.
So could the ocean really disappear for 5 seconds? Not under the laws of physics as we know them.
But this impossible thought experiment reveals something very real. The ocean isn't just a giant body of water surrounding the continents. It helps regulate Earth's climate, supports enormous ecosystems, stores heat, and plays a vital role in the air we breathe. Remove it, even briefly, and the planet would suddenly become a very different place. 5 seconds may sound like nothing. On Earth, it could mean everything. This is EchoFiles.